No. But we do have the Peugeot 309 Apollo with a host of twiddly bits for just £4,995 ex-works. Or there's the 309 Apollo Plus with even more twiddly bits for just £5,495 ex-works.
The Apollo specials from Warwick Wright Chiswick.
Any chance of a test flight to Mars?
We're on the Chiswick roundabout, Chiswick.
Coming up in this Sunday's AM with myself, Henry Kelly, and Diane Stradling, we'll preview the launch of Condom Week. Now, no sniggers, there's a serious message.
After alternative medicine and alternative comedy, we have the alternative dog show, that's Scruff.
And we're going to catch up with a footsore Bruce Kent in his marathon walk across Europe.
And we'll meet again. There's nostalgia from World War II.
So join us, 7 till 10 on Sunday.
And our first caller to Gerard Sauer is Mike, ringing in from Edmonton. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Hello, Mike.
Some weeks ago, a car drove into the rear of my parked vehicle, damaging, well, hitting on the right side, damaging the bumper and the lighting.
Right. What is your car, Mike?
Sorry. A Ford Sierra.
A Ford Sierra, okay.
And I took it into a garage.
Yeah.
And was shown that there was a difference in the gap between each of the rear doors and the body. And this suggested that there was damage to the chassis or distortion of the chassis.
Yes, that is possible.
Yes. So I took it into the garage, and they've done the repairs, and there is still this gap between the closed rear doors and the body, or this gap difference. It's about a 2 centimetre gap on one side and only a 1 centimetre gap on the other side. So can I take it that the chassis is still distorted and should some more work be done?
That's quite difficult to assess just by looking at it. But I would say the first thing to check is whether the gap is the narrow gap on the side that had the impact.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now, really, the garage should, if they suspected chassis damage, have put the car on a chassis jig.
Yes.
Have
they've done that?
They have.
Yes, but there's still this difference in the two gaps.
Well, then the gap should have been re-established.
Yes.
And if that hasn't been done, then although the chassis itself may not have been bent, the panel itself, the rear panel, is not correctly fitted to the chassis, and therefore they have to do something about that.
So I should be dissatisfied with it as it stands, and I should take it back?
Most certainly.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Right, thank you for your call, Mike. Mike heading back to the garage this afternoon. Derek in Streatham next. Hello, Derek.
Hello there.
Hello.
It's to do with unleaded petrol, in actual fact.
Right.
I have a transit van. The book says it's supposed to be able to use 2-star, or 91 RON is, or 91 RON is what the book says.
Yeah.
I've tried 2-star and it pinks like hell. I've tried 3-star and it does the same, and I find I only run best on 4-star.
Right.
Now, unleaded petrol, they say, is about 95 octane.
Right.
Which means that you could use 3-star.
Right.
In a car that's not converted to unleaded petrol.
Right.
So what actually happens? What do you have to do to actually make it be able to use it on 3-star? Sorry, on unleaded.
On unleaded. Well, sorry?
Is it to do with the timing?
Well, yes, to some extent it is. Does it say in your manual that yours is suitable for unleaded?
No, it doesn't.
No. And what year is your Transit?
Yes, it's a normal transit van, yeah.
No, sorry, Derek. What year was it?
Oh, it's 78, 79.
Oh, yes. Well, it definitely isn't suitable for unleaded petrol.
Ah.
And your pinking is, in fact, probably due to contamination inside the combustion chambers. And this contamination has raised the compression ratio. The so-called compression ratio determines the...
You need a decoat.
Yes, that's right. And then, whilst you're at it, if you do that, you can then take a few steps which make the engine much more suitable to run with low lead or unleaded petrol.
Yeah.
And that is ask the engineering shop or the garage that does the job to cut the valve seats deeper and wider to lower the compression ratio in the cylinder heads. Yeah. Now, if you do that, then if it's lower to, say, 8.8 to 1 and ratio, and at the same time put phosphor bronze guides in the cylinder head, then it's actually more or less able to run with virtually lead-free petrol for the future.
Yes. This additive to your petrol, this coats the working parts, do you approve of that at all? It's a bit expensive to use, isn't it?
What stuff was this?
Well, the additive that you add to your petrol is supposed to coat all the working parts so you can can't run the engine without oil, even, so they say, you know.
Oh, well, I hadn't heard of that one yet, Derek,
Well,
but...
I didn't want to mention the name, you see, because it's advertised in all the papers, and I know people that have used it, but can I mention the name?
Yes, go on.
Slick 50.
Sorry?
Slick 50.
Oh, no, I think that goes in the oil.
Oh, it goes in the oil?
Yeah, it goes in the engine oil.
Yes, I beg your pardon. Yes, it does, of course, yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the shots, you know, your shots you put in the petrol, yes.
Oh, that's right, yeah, no.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Is that worthwhile, do you think?
Yes, this new PTFE agent is...
PTFE, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's a new development in oil additives, and the experiments that I myself have done with that stuff have, especially on the bigger capacity engines, say anything from 2 liter upwards, been very beneficial.
Yeah.
We're still looking at it. It's not completed yet, but the first indications are quite promising.
Right, thank you very much indeed for your call, Derek. 353 8111 is our number here on the Fix It phone-in.
If your kitchen tap's leaky and your drawers are all squeaky, it's time you saw me, Texas Tom. 'Cause what you need, admit it, is a kitchen that's fitted with a worktop to chop things upon. From the glass-fronted doors to the knobs on the drawers, Texas kitchens are stylish and strong. And if your man can't haul it, why, I'll even install it. Visit Texas and just ask for Tom.
In this week's Family Money, we highlight safe investments for people worried by the stock market, why the house price boom may have peaked, and why the city looks to have abandoned its my word is my bond tradition. Family Money with me, Danny Bowers, produced in association with the Bank of Ireland Group. Tonight, after the news at 6 on LBC Radio.
And our next caller is Chris from Muswell Hill. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Can you help me with a clutch problem on a Lancia Fulvia 1974?
Lancia Fulvia?
Yeah.
Oh, now there's a nice classic car.
Yeah, and it's a coupe.
Mm-hmm.
And I've, at the very utmost, I've got 32,000 miles on the clock.
Right.
Because of the fact that every 5 or 6 weeks after I get a new clutch,
yeah,
it starts slipping. It won't go up. I don't know if you know Muswell Hill, but it's pretty hilly.
Yeah.
No, it won't go up there. So the last time I got it done, I think it ran for about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And it started to slip again, so I'm pushing it garage.
Yeah.
Then I got an exceptionally good friend of mine who is a bit of a dabbler in motor mechanics.
Right.
He came in, he started the car, he backed it out, let the engine run, put in his second gear, and let the clutch up, and the engine conked out. So he said to me, there is nothing wrong with the clutch. Now, what else could be wrong? I've had at least 7 clutches in on 34,000.
Good Lord.
And funnily enough, I used to have a Jaguar, and I don't stand on the clutch. Somebody told me that you have to stand on the clutch. They ruin them in 5 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, I would say there's something fundamental going on there. Well, the first thing is obviously the car shouldn't need 7 clutches, and certainly not every 6 weeks. That's ridiculous. But I would do a slightly different test, which is to do with who, by the way, has replaced these clutches?
Different people. I don't want to mention names, but I will. I'll send you a list of them if you like.
Well, no. What I mean is, when they take
proper mechanics and then
yeah,
an exceptionally good